Yeah, speaking of pets, a warning for San Diegans traveling to Mexico. There's a new virus that could affect families and their pets, and it's called screwworm. You may want to pay attention if you've never heard of it. I'm now joined by Dr. Megan Gibbons. She is the co-owner, you and your husband, and a medical director of West Coast Animal Hospital. And you actually have some really exciting news, but you also have some news when it comes to pet owners about, again, this breakout that we're talking about, screwworm. As if we're not already worried about fleas, ticks, foxtail. Now there's something else to keep on the checklist.
Thanks for having me on, Vanessa.
Yeah, of course.
So New World screwworm is actually a species of parasitic fly that is endemic to South America, and it's making its way up north towards the United States. The concern about the fly is that the larvae or maggots that it breeds are flesh-eating and feed on the tissues of mammals, warm-blooded animals, and sometimes humans.
And to your clinic specifically, have you already encountered?
No, we haven't. Thankfully, there haven't been any cases in the United States. The USDA is taking this as a very serious threat. It actually poses a huge threat to livestock and to our pets. And so there's a lot of travel with dogs going into Mexico and Central America. And so there are new requirements that have been put in place that if you are traveling with a pet, they need to be inspected by a veterinarian in Mexico before they re-enter the United States.
Oh, wow. And I know a lot of families they go down to Mexico, right? They go to Ensenada, Rosarito, take their family trips, they bring the animals. And a lot of people, even growing up, you and I are both San Diego natives, a lot of families also take their pets to the veterinarians down south as well.
So they'll be on the lookout for it for sure. But it's just really important that we make sure that dogs and animals that are moving into the United States don't bring this fly with them, because it poses a huge threat to the food supply chain in the United States, and could cause potentially billions of dollars of economic losses. Fortunately, the most recent case in Mexico was a few hundred miles south of the Texas-Mexico border, so it hasn't made our way into Baja or anything like that, but we do need to stay vigilant and see if your pet has any open wounds or flies or larvae, maggots, pets that particularly spend a lot of time outside, livestock. Any concerns like that, folks should reach out to the veterinarian.
Just one more thing to look out for, really. Are there any symptoms that animals may encounter, pets, cats, anything else that other humans should be aware of?
Yes, the flies, they can get in the ears, and so looking for maggots or wounds in the ears, any wounds that aren't healing, wounds that sometimes there can be even a small wound and the maggots can burrow below the skin, so swelling, flies attracted to the wound, really gross things, but
And you're familiar with it. You kind of know, again, what the symptoms could be. Is this something kind of making waves in the veterinarian world and other clinics?
It is, no one has seen cases. Thankfully, we don't want it to come to the United States at all. It poses, again, a huge threat, particularly livestock and large animals, but
And you're also here to talk about an event and your new location. So let's quickly dive into that. Really exciting stuff.
West Coast Animal Hospital. We opened about 8 years ago. We have 2 locations now, one in Linda Vista and our newest location opening in Pacific Beach. We have a grand opening celebration this weekend for that.
And you guys are almost neighbors. Linda Vista is not far from PB. Is there a reason why you specifically chose PB as your second location?
I mean, it's a great community. My husband and I live in Ocean Beach, beach communities, and we just saw it's a good opportunity. There's a lot of pets, a good area to have a vet. I think there's a need.
And then do you have any events happening? I know that there's one happening Saturday, October 11th. Do you want to talk to viewers about that?
This Saturday, October 11th, we'll be having our grand opening celebration for the new Pacific Beach location. It's from 3 to 7 p.m. People only, please. We're going to have our pets stay home.
Okay, and I'm pretty familiar with the PB area. Whereabouts is the location, in case anyone's unfamiliar?
We're on Garnett and Gresham.
Okay, got it. So you're in the mix.
In the mix.
Yeah, that's really exciting. So what is the feedback then from some of your clients? Do they live in the PB area? Are they happy that you're kind of transitioning closer to the ocean?
Thank you. Yes, we have so many clients all over there. They're so happy they don't have to leave the PB bubble to pet care for their...
Very cool. And I told you I'm in the South Bay. If you ever want to extend to the South Bay, we're more than happy to have you. Really exciting. But I think it's huge. You guys have been open for decades now, and to have a second location is great again. And you're doing amazing work. And thank you for giving us, again, the updates for screwworm and how you can look out for it if you have an animal. All right, well, the details you could also find online, but this Saturday, the grand opening. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
CBS 8 News is sponsored by the Los Angeles Chargers.